Okay. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to our evening ceremony. We'll be reciting the Amitabha Sutra tonight. Also, it's the Lunar New Year. Actually, here in America, it's Lunar New Year Eve, and it's a time when families gather. So we can all gather together as a big Dharma family. And from the Buddhist perspective, we're actually all family. So, so we're all interconnected. We've all been moms, parents, children to each other. Freezing to death, we do not scheme. Starving to death, we do not beg. Dying of poverty, we ask for nothing. We accord with conditions, but do not change. We do not change, yet accord with conditions. We adhere firmly to our three great principles. We renounce our lives to do the Buddha's work. We mold our destinies as our basic duty. We rectify our lives to fill the Sangha's role. Encounter specific matters, we understand the principles. Understand the principles, we apply in specific matters. We carry on the single pulse of the Patriarch's mind transmission. I ask myself, do I fight? I ask myself, am I greedy? I ask myself, do I seek? I ask myself, am I selfish? I ask myself to pursue personal advantage. I ask myself, do I lie? I ask myself to eat only one meal a day. I ask myself to always wear my precept sash. These form traditions of the sagely city of 10,000 Buddhas, and no one can change them. If you want the text, please go to berkeleymonastery.org/text, and you'll choose the evening ceremony with the Amitabha Sutra. Incense in the censer now is burning. Dharma realm receives the fragrance from afar the sea vast holds a Buddhas, all in illicit sweetness. Replace auspicious clouds appearing. Our sincere intention the fulfilling as all Buddhas as now show their perfect body. I Namo incense cloud o piaibo Bodhisattva I Mahasattva I Namo incense cloud no opiaibo Bodhisattva Aima Hasaiva Ainamu Incense Claugeno Opiaibo Bodhisattva Aima Hasaiva. Namo Sivas Lotus Pool Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo Sivas Lotus Pool Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo Sivas Lotus Pool Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. The Sutra, the Buddha's teaching on Amitabha. Thus I have heard, once the Buddha Shakyamuni was staying at the Jeta Grove in Atapantinka's Park at Shravasti. 1,250 members of the Bhikshu Sangha had gathered there with him, all them eminent arhats known for their higher knowledge. Elder Shariputra was there with other great disciples, such as Mahamagdhyana, Mahakashyapa, Mahakatadhyana, Mahakashtila, Revata Shuti Pantaka, Nanda Ananda, Rahula Gavampati, Pindalambarovaja, Kaludayan Mahakapina, Vakulan Aniruddha. The Bodhisattva Mahasattvas were also there. Dharma Prince Manjushri, Bodhisattva Ajita, Bodhisattva Gandhahastin, Bodhisattva Nidukta, and so forth, together with Shakra, chief among Devas, as well as multitudes from the heavens. Just then the Buddha spoke to Elder Shariputra, saying, west of here, beyond trillions of Buddha lands, there's a land called utmost happiness. In that land at this very moment, a Buddha named Amitabha is teaching the Dharma. Shariputra, why is this land called utmost happiness? The beings of this land never suffer. They're always happy. And so this land is called utmost happiness. Moreover, Shariputra, this land of utmost happiness is surrounded by 7 tiers of railings, 7 layers of netting, and 7 rows of trees, all of them formed from 4 kinds of treasures. For that reason, too, this land is called utmost happiness. Moreover, Shariputra, the pools in this land are made of the 7 treasures, and filled with water endowed with 8 fine qualities. Golden sand lines the bottom of every pool, and each is surrounded by stairways made of gold, silver, vidura, and crystal. There are pavilions adorned with gold, silver, vidura, crystal, grand clamshells, rubies, and carnelian. Lotus flowers as large as carriage wheels fill these pools. The blue flowers shine with blue light. The yellow flowers shine with yellow light. The red flowers shine with red light. And the white flowers shine with white light. They are all wondrous, fragrant, and pure. Shariputra, the land of utmost happiness, adorned with these fine qualities. Shariputra, in the Buddha land there is always celestial music playing, and the ground is paved with gold. 6 times a day, a rain of celestial mandarava flowers falls. Early in the morning, beings of this land gather wondrous flowers in the folds of their robes, and make offerings to trillions of Buddhas in other lands. At mealtime, they return, eat their meal, and walk in meditation. Shariputra, the land of utmost happiness, is adorned with these fine qualities. Shariputra, there are also many colorful and wondrous birds in that land. White cranes, peacocks, parrots, egrets, calavincas, and birds with 2 heads. 6 times a day, these birds sing in elegant harmony. They proclaim the teachings, such as the 5 spiritual faculties, the 5 strengths, the 7 factors of awakening, the Noble Eightfold Path. When the beings of this land hear these birds sing, they grow mindful of the Buddha, mindful of the Dharma, and mindful of the Sangha. Shariputra, do not say that these birds have been born due to their misdeeds, and why in that land the 3 paths of misery do not exist. Even the names of these paths are unknown there. Rather, Buddha Amitabha creates these birds by transformation, so the Dharma can be widely heard. Shariputra, in that Buddha land a gentle breeze blows on rows of jewel trees and jewel nets, making wondrous sounds, as if hundreds of thousands of musical instruments were played in harmony. All those who hear these sounds naturally grow mindful of the Buddha, mindful of the Dharma, and mindful of the Sangha. Shariputra, this Buddha land is adorned with these fine qualities. Shariputra, why is the Buddha named Amitabha? The Buddha's boundless light shines on all lands throughout the 10 directions. Nothing can obstruct it. That's why he is called Amitabha. Shariputra, the Buddha's life and the lives of the beings in his land last through infinitely many asamkhya kalpas. That is why this Buddha is also called Amitayus. 10 great kalpas have already gone by since he became a Buddha. Shariputra, among the disciples of this Buddha, there are infinitely many hearers of the teaching. All of them are arhants. Their numbers are beyond counting. The bodhisattvas in the assembly are also uncountable. Shariputra, the Buddha lands adorned with these fine qualities. Shariputra, beings who are born in a land of utmost happiness, will never retreat on the path of awakening. Many will become Buddhas in their next life. Their numbers are beyond counting. One can only speak of them as limitless, boundless, and incalculable. Shariputra, beings who hear this should vow to be born there and join with these good people. Shariputra, beings with few blessings, virtues, and roots of goodness, cannot be born there. Therefore, Shariputra, good men and women who hear about Buddha Amitabha should always hold his name with no other thoughts. By doing this for 1 day, 2 days, 3 or 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, or as long as 7 days, when they approach the end of their lives, Buddha Amitabha will appear in front of them, together with his gathering of sages. When their lives come to an end, the people's minds will be clear, and they'll be born in Buddha Amitabha's land of utmost happiness. Shariputra, because I have seen these good results, I want you to know about them. Oh, hear what I said should make a vow to be born in that land. Shariputra, just as now praised inconceivable merit and virtue of Buddha Amitabha. In the world's least there Buddha Akshobhya, Buddha Sumeru banner, Buddha great Sumeru, Buddha Sumeru's light, Buddha wondrous voice, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers a large billion world system. As he speaks these truthful words, all living beings should believe in this sutra, call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, in the worlds to the south, there Buddha light of the sun and moon, Buddha light of renown, Buddha great blazing shoulders, Buddha lamp of Sumeru, Buddha limitless vigor, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers a large billion world system. As he speaks these truthful words, all living beings should believe in this sutra, call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra in the worlds to the west, their Buddha limitless lifespan, Buddha limitless hallmarks, Buddha infinite banner, Buddha great light, Buddha great brilliance, Buddha treasured hallmarks, Buddha light of purity, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers a large billion world system. As he speaks these truthful words, all living beings should believe in this sutra, call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra in the worlds to the north, their Buddha blazing shoulders, Buddha excellent voice, Buddha invulnerable, Buddha born of the sun, Buddha nets of light, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers a large billion world system. As he speaks these truthful words, all living beings should believe in this sutra, call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra in the worlds below, their Buddha lion, Buddha renown, Buddha light of renown, Buddha Dharma, Buddha Dharma banner, Buddha Dharma practice, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers a large billion world system. As he speaks these truthful words, all living beings should believe in this sutra, call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra in the worlds above, their Buddha Brahma voice, Buddha king of constellations, Buddha superior fragrance, Buddha light and fragrance, Buddha great blazing shoulders, Buddha body adorned with colorful jewel flowers, Buddha king of sala trees, Buddha jewel flower of virtue, Buddha revealing all meanings, and Buddha like Mount Sumeru, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers a large billion world system. As he speaks these truthful words, all living beings should believe in this sutra, call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, what do you think? Why is this sutra called the protection and care of all Buddhas? Shariputra, the Buddhas will protect and keep in mind any man or woman who hears this sutra, accepts it and upholds it, and hears the names of all these Buddhas. They'll never retreat on the path to unsurpassed perfect awakening. Therefore, Shariputra, all of you should believe and accept my words, what all other Buddhas teach. Shariputra, people ready made a vow to be born in Buddha Amitabha's land, or who are now making that vow, or who will make that vow, all are certain to never retreat on the path to unsurpassed perfect awakening, and will be born, are now being born, have already been born in that land. Therefore, Shariputra, good men and good women who have faith, should make the vow, I'll be born in that land. Shariputra, just as now praising inconceivable merit and virtue of all these Buddhas, they also praise my inconceivable merit and virtue. Same Buddha Shakyamuni does what is difficult to do, especially in the Saha world in the evil time of the five turbidities, turbidity of the Kalpa, turbidity of wrong views, turbidity of afflictions, turbidity of living beings, and turbidity of lifespans. Amid all these, Buddha Shakyamuni has realized unsurpassed perfect awakening, and for the sake of living beings, he explains this teaching, which beings in the world find hard to believe. Shariputra, you should know that during the evil time of the five turbidities, I have done what is hard to do. I have realized unsurpassed perfect awakening, and for all beings I have explained this teaching, which is difficult to believe. This is truly difficult. When the Buddha finished teaching this sutra, Shariputra and the bhikshus, well as the devas, humans, asuras, and others, rejoiced, believed, and accepted what they had heard. They bowed in reverence and departed. And of the sutra, the Buddha's teaching on Amitabha. Nammo Amidombo Yedo Don Yendo Yendo Ni Yendo Amilido Bobi Amilido Jidambab Amilindo Bijalandi Amilindo Bijalando Jemili Jejeno Juro Jali Zambo Nammo Amidombo Dondo Yendo Yendo Ni Yendo Amilido Bobi Amilido Jidambo Amilindo Bijalan Amilido Bijalando Jemili Jejeno Juro Jali Zambo Namu Amidambo Yendo No Jido Doni Yendo Amilido Bobi Amilido Jidam Bobi Amilindo Bijalandi Amilido Bijalan Jimini Jijeno Juro Jali Zuabo. Wishing now to understand all the Buddhas of the three times, contemplate the Dharma realm, all things are created from mind. Wishing now to understand all the Buddhas of the three times, contemplate the Dharma realm, all things are created from mind. Wishing now to understand all the Buddhas of the three times, contemplate the Dharma realm, all things are created from mind. Angela Diye Sambo, Angela Diye Sambo, Angela Diye Sambo, Namo Mumbo Dili Jeli Doli Nando Ye Doye, Namo Mumbo Dili Jeli Doli Nando Ye Doye, Namo Mumbo Dili Jeli Doli Nando Ye Doye, Sandola Jido Sambo, Zandola Jido Zambo, Zandola Jido Zambo. Namo Buddha Flower Garden Sutra, the great expanded teachings. Namo Buddha's Flower Garland Sutra, the great expanded teachings. Namo Buddha's Flower Garland Sutra, the great expanded teachings. Namo Buddhas of the ten directions dwelling for all time. Namo Dharma, the ten directions dwelling for all time. Namo Sangha, the ten directions dwelling for all time. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, founding teacher of us all. Namo Bodhisattva, love and compassion, Guan Namo Earthstore Bodhisattva, who rescued those alive and dead. Namo Anurvanananda, who stated all the teachings. Namo Buddhas of the ten directions dwelling for all time. Namo Dharma, the ten directions dwelling for all time. Namo Sangha, the ten directions dwelling for all time. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, founding teacher of us all. Namo Bodhisattva, love and compassion, Guan Namo Earthstore Bodhisattva, who rescued those alive and dead. Namo honor one Ananda who stated all the teachings. Namo Buddhas of the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Dharma of the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Sangha of the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, founding teacher of us all. Namo Bodhisattva, love, compassion, guan Namo Earth-store Bodhisattva, who rescued those alive and dead. Namo honor one Ananda, who stated all the teachings. We take refuge with the Buddha, we take refuge with the Dharma, we take refuge with the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, honored as the doubly perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, honored, teaching us to end desire. We take refuge with the Sangha, honored among all the multitudes. Now we take refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, we take refuge with the Dharma, we take refuge with the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, honored as the doubly perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, honored, teaching us to end desire. With the Sangha, honored among all the multitude. Now we take refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, we take refuge with the Dharma, we take refuge with the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, honored as the doubly perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, honored, teaching us to end desire. We take refuge with the Sangha, honored among all the multitudes. Now we take refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. Buddhist karma, the mind, body, speech, and mind, through their craving, anger, and delusion from beginning of this time. Buddhists now repent of all of this. Sentient beings, karma, the mind, body, speech, and mind, through their craving, anger, and delusion from beginning of this time. Sentient beings now repent of all of this. Lonely spirits, karma, the mind, body, speech, and mind, through their craving, anger, and delusion from beginning of this time. Lonely spirits now repent of all of this. Countless beings I now vow to save, limitless afflictions I now vow to end, boundless dharmas I now vow to learn, fearless Buddhahood I vow to realize. Countless beings I now vow to save, limitless afflictions I now vow to end, boundless dharmas I now vow to learn, fearless Buddhahood I vow to realize. Countless beings I now vow to save, limitless afflictions I now vow to end, boundless dharmas I now vow to learn, fearless Buddhahood I vow to realize. Beings of my nature I now vow to save, all afflictions of my nature I now vow to end, dharmas of my nature I now vow to learn, Buddha of my nature I now vow to realize. Beings of my nature I now vow to save, all afflictions of my nature I now vow to end, dharmas of my nature I now vow to learn, Buddha of my nature I now vow to realize. Beings of my nature I now vow to save, all afflictions of my nature I now vow to end, dharmas of my nature I now vow to learn, Buddha of my nature I now vow to realize. I'm Bolai Moling Doling Zabo, I'm Bolai Moling Doling Zabo, I'm Bolai Moling Doling Zabo, Anna Lula Di Zabo, Anna Lula Di Zabo, Anna Lula Di Zabo, I'm Bobo Di Jedoli, Nando Yedoye, I'm Bobo Di Jedoli. Dando yedo ye, am bumbo ni jedo ni, dando yedo ye, an zanme ye zado wan, an zanme ye zado wan, an zanme ye zado wan, namo zawa dando yedo walu jurdi, an zambalai, zambalai yo, namo zawa dando yedo walu jurdi, an zambalai, zambalai yo. Namo sawa dendo yedo walu juriya sambalai yo. Namo zulu moye dendo yedo yeda jurdoan. Zulu zulu balai zulu zambo. Namo zulu moye dendo yedo yeda jurdoan. Zulu zulu. Bolai zulu zambo. Namo zulu moye dando yedo yeda jurdo an zulu bolai zulu zambo. Ow wow 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 wow. Ow wow 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 wow. One, namo zamando, modonan, anu one, namo zamando, modonan, anu one, namo zamando, modonan, anu one, namo many jodan tagada, namo merely jodan tagada, namo wonders from the tagada, namo vast expansive from the tagada, namo far from fear nantagada, namo sweet to king dantagada, namo lami dandagada, namo many jo dandagada, namo barely jo dandagada, namo wonders from dandagada, namo vast expansive from dandagada, namo far from fear dandagada, namo sweet to king dantagada, namo lami dandagada, namo many jodan dagada, namo merely jodan dagada, namo wonders from dandagada, namo bad things better from dandagada, namo far from fear dandagada, namo seek to king dandagada, namo lamin dandagada. May these mantras bless the purest dharma food given to all Buddhists, many as the Ganges sent. May they be content, renouncing all their griefs, swiftly leaving darkness, born in the pure land. When the three jewels bringing forth the Bodhi mind, ultimately realizing unsurpassed awakening, may their merit and their virtue be unbounded for all time, sharing with all Buddhist offerings of Dharma food. May these mantra bless the kiss of Dharma food, given to all sentient beings, many as the Ganges sands. May they be content, renouncing all their greed, swiftly leaving darkness, born in the pure land, taking refuge with the three jewels, bringing forth the Bodhi mind, ultimately realizing unsurpassed awakening. May their merit and their virtue be unbounded for all time, sharing with all sentient beings offerings of Dharma food. May these mantra bless the droplets of sweet dew, given to all lonely spirits, many as the Ganges sand. May they be content, renouncing all their griefs, swiftly leaving darkness, born in the pure land, taking refuge with the three jewels, bringing forth the Bodhi mind, ultimately realizing unsurpassed awakening. May their merit and their virtue be unbounded for all time, sharing with all lonely spirits offerings of Dharma food. To you, many faithful Buddhists, we now make this offering. May this Fumbirve 10 quarters so a faithful Buddhist share. We now dedicate this merit to all beings everywhere, giving food to faithful Buddhists so you realize Buddhahood. To you, many sentient beings, we now make this offering. May this Fumbirve 10 quarters so all sentient beings share. We now dedicate this merit to all beings everywhere, giving food to sentient beings so you realize Buddhahood. To you, many lonely spirits, we now make this offering. May this Fumbirve 10 quarters so one lonely spirit share. We now dedicate this merit to all beings everywhere, giving food to lonely spirits so you realize Buddhahood. Amulili Zambo, Amulili Zambo, Amulili Zambo, Anyayana Zambo, Badalayong, Anyayana Zambo, Badalayong, Anyayana Zambo, Badalayong. The Heart of Prajna Paramita Sutra. When Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara was practicing the profound Prajna Paramita, he illuminated the 5 skandhas and saw they're all empty, and he crossed beyond all suffering and difficulty. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. Form itself is emptiness. Emptiness itself is form. So to our feeling, cognition, formation, and consciousness. Shariputra, all dharmas are empty of characteristics. They are not produced, not destroyed, not defiled, not pure. They neither increase nor diminish. Therefore in emptiness there is no form, feeling, cognition, formation, or consciousness. No eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, or mind. No sight, sound, smells, taste, objects of touch, or dharmas. No feeling of the eyes up to and including no field of mind consciousness. And no ignorance or ending of ignorance, up to and including old age and death, or ending of old age and death. There is no suffering, no accumulating, no extinction, and no way, and no understanding and no attaining, because nothing is attained. The Bodhisattva, through reliance on Prajna Paramita, is unappeased in his mind, because there is no impediment, he is not afraid. He leaves distorted dream thinking far behind, ultimately nirvana. All Buddhas of the 3 periods of time attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi through reliance on Prajna Paramita. Therefore know that Prajna Paramita is a great spiritual mantra, a great bright mantra, a supreme mantra, an unequal mantra, can remove all suffering and a genuine non-false. That is why the mantra Prajna Paramita was spoken, or he said it like this: Gate Gate Barasam Gate Bodhisvaha. And in the heart of Prajna Paramita Sutra. Nammo Amidambo Yendo do Yendo Yendo Di Yendo Amilido Bobi Amilido Jinambo Bi Amilindo Bijalan Amilindo Bijalan Do Jemili Jejendo Rudo Jani Zamu Namu Amidambo Yedo do Yedo do di yendo amili do bobi amili do ji dan bobi amili do bi jalan di amili do bi jalan 젠미리 제젠너 르로 야이 자부 나무 아미도 보예도 도제도 옌도 니얏 아미리도 보비 아미리도 지단 보비 아밀린도 비절란디 아밀리도 비절란도 젠미니 제젠너 르로 자리 좌보 May all the four kinds of beings reach the Jew land, and the beings of all three realms be born from lotus blooms. May all the miracles attend the threefold worthiness, and the countless sentient ones ascend the grand grounds. Amitabha's body is the color of gold. The splendor of his hallmarks has no peer. The light of his brow shines round 100 worlds. Wide as the seas are his eyes, pure and clear, shining in his brilliance by transformation. Our countless bodhisattvas and infinite Buddhas, his 48 vows will be our liberation. In 9 lotus stages we reach the farthest shore. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Kind and compassionate Amitabha. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Kind and compassionate Amitabha. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Kind and compassionate Amitabha. Namo 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 Namo Amitabha. 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 Half bow. For those who would like to join us for meditation, please be seated. We'll begin with a short Dharma reflection and then sit for 30 minutes. 好，大家想跟我们一起打坐，欢迎。然后我们 会有一点点介绍我们的想法，然后打坐30分钟。So the theme for this meditation immersion is body awareness and loving kindness. Hopefully people don't just do this for this month, but do this for your entire lives. It's definitely a pleasant place to abide, rather than the body being tense and stressed, or the heart being closed and worried. And this morning we read a short article where Master Hua said how important these 4 boundless hearts are for our spiritual cultivation. He said that actually if we don't cultivate these 4 hearts, we're actually not kind of walking on the spiritual path. And this is really important as cultivators to nurture these hearts. And we also looked at the Buddha's life and saw in his own cultivation, he looked into his own mind and saw that these wholesome intentions of kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity lead out of suffering, lead to happiness. Whereas the thoughts of getting more and more and more to try to fill an empty place inside ourselves, this kind of resentment, ill will, and a kind of, he calls it cruelty, but wanting to punish people for the things they've done to us, or we feel they're not right, and so they should be suffering. This kind of mind of wishing harm. He says those lead to suffering, but kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity, they lead out of suffering. So just to conclude for this evening, I thought for those who wish to, you can do a quick review of your day. Waking up in the morning, maybe going to work, maybe cooking a meal, maybe talking to friends and family, especially as Lunar New Year, maybe calling our parents. A number of our community here called their parents. And then preparing to get some rest. Right, you can think about the day. Now I was just going to reflect a little bit on today from the vantage point of the 4 boundless hearts. So first, I think the food today was prepared with a lot of loving kindness. When I was walking into the house, our kitchen's right attached to the main room, so you always see the people cooking. And I could see those with more experience cooking trying to teach those with less experience cooking. And when I came for the meal, one of the participants, who will not be named but has very little experience cooking, looked at me with a big smile, says, "Look, my first stir fry." My first stir fry. And I helped him hold the pan as he poured it in. So first, I think the meal was prepared with a lot of care. And for myself, I really rejoiced in and the kind of happiness this participant had in cooking his first stir fry. So that's mudita, rejoicing in the other person's success. And it turned out pretty well, I think. You know, I think it was all finished today. So it was got a good reviews. Compassion. We also had a visitor come and stay at the monastery who had a family member just pass away. And we just wanted to give him space to really process his emotions and his feelings. And I was sensitive not to give any lectures, oh, you should be doing this, or you should be doing that, but really just share things if there's a request. And I think that's compassion. Compassion gives people the space to heal naturally, not needing to fix things. Because in this world, in samsara, old age, sickness, and death, grief, sorrow, lamentation, it's all part of the package. And so it's not that we can quote unquote fix things, but giving the space that people find their own way out of suffering. So compassion is this wish, may you be free of pain and sorrow. And equanimity, what's wonderful is right in this month, we have more opportunities to meditate. So we meditate in the morning, in the afternoon, and now we're going to do so in the evening. And my feeling is when we meditate, all the things that happen throughout the day get held within the context of stillness. And it gives a chance to actually rest and observe and let things settle and not have to rush and do something. And I think that's where equanimity begins to develop this deeper ground that's able to hold all of our experiences without needing to go out to them, but allowing them to say, emerge in their own ways without us having to get entangled in them. So I think being in the monastery is wonderful because it's such a rich place to nurture these four hearts. And so in our final sit, if you want, you can just reflect a little bit. How have I cultivated these four hearts today, or this week, or this month, or this whole year? We're finishing the year of is it the dragon? What year is it? We're going to the snake. We're going to the snake, but what year was this? Dragon, yeah. So we're finishing the year of the dragon, and we're going to the year of the snake. So you can reflect, how did you spend the year of the dragon? Okay, so we'll sit quietly for about 25 minutes to 8 o'clock, and then finish with dedication of merit. The dedication of merit. Reflect on all the people you wish to send merit to. Definitely there's people undergoing difficulties in their life right now. May every living being, our minds as one and radiant with light, share the fruits of peace with hearts of goodness, luminous and bright. If people hear and see how hands and hearts can find in giving unity, may our minds awake to great compassion, wisdom, and to joy. May kindness find reward. May all who sorrow leave their grief and pain. May this boundless light dispel the darkness of our endless night. Because our hearts are one, this world of pain turns into paradise. May all become compassionate and wise. May all become compassionate and wise. 3 refuges. To the Buddha I return and rely, bowing that all living beings understand the great way profoundly, and bring forth the Bodhi mind. To the Dharma I return and rely, vowing that all living beings deeply enter the Sutra treasury, and have wisdom like the sea. To the Sangha I return and rely, vowing that all living beings form together a great assembly, one and all in harmony. Bow in respect to the Venerable Master. The day's already over, our lives are that much less, like fish in evaporating water. What joy is there in this? Great assembly, be diligent and vigorous, as if your life were at stake. Be mindful of impermanence and take care never to be lax. Amitofo. Namo Amito Oboaina Mo Amitofo. Namo Amitofo. So that concludes our evening practice. Wish everyone a happy Lunar New Year. Wish you and your family well. What we usually say in the monastery for the New Year is "Gong Xi Fa Cai." I don't know if you understand what that means. So usually "Gong Xi Fa Cai" is hope you make a lot of money. uh, "Gong Xi Fa Cai," Fa is Dharma. So hope you have a lot of Dharma wealth in your life. Okay, so wish everyone a good rest of the evening and hope to see you next year. Amitabha.